Hey, Apple Flap, good to see you. Welcome. How is your Saturday going so far? You installed Axiom. Yeah, the unfortunate thing about Axiom is the fact that it requires you to re-up a application every single month, and I'm just not willing to do that. So it's not worth it to me. What the mod gives versus the requirements are just not. Yeah, it just doesn't balance out. I have very little patience for stuff like that. I mean, I'm sure it's a great mod. I've seen some really cool uses for it. But, yeah, that's too much for me. Hey, Secleton, good to see you. Welcome. Yes, we're having a fantastic weekend. I am, we just went out with the kids, went and got some breakfast, got some coffee, and we went to the park and played on the playground. And so now I'm here. So far, it's a fantastic... Oh, and I slept in. I have not slept in for like 3 weeks now. I've been up at like 4 to 5:30 every single day. So I slept in till 7:30 today. 7:30. Can you guys believe it? I'm feeling so good right now. Especially the night before, I got like 4 hours of sleep. But anyway, Secleton, you might appreciate what's going on here. I have a few machines that I'm going to share with you. First of all, I have a splitter, a wedge splitter. They'd put the rock underneath, and then the wedge would have a pressurized, steam-powered hydraulic press that would split the stone into whatever size that it needs to be. The stones would ride on these sleds to get them around. These are a couple empty sleds, and this is just an example of how the sleds are moved. They got these goats here that would drag them where they need to go. Got a kind of like a steampunk style crane here to lift and lower some of these stones, which are quite large. And these are workstations for like larger projects that need to be done. This right here is a saw. So after the stone is split in two, it then would be brought over here, and it would be further worked down into the size that they require. And it would run on these slides, and then they would stage the cut stones over here to be then refined into smaller stones like this, which would then be transported to any of these workstations where I have an example up here of what it would look like. So they would take some of those stones and store them in here, and got some tools and miscellaneous things going on there. Then there's this elevator that would transport those stones up to whichever level they need to go. Up here we have a hydraulic splitter, which would further break down these stones, and then they would then take those stones, bring them over to the tables, and then refine them into the bricks. And so that's kind of the process. And eventually those bricks and refined stones are going to be transported up this lift and then brought into a room over here where we're going to stage finished stone. When we getting you into the create mod? Yeah, I just, well, number one, the server doesn't have it. Number two, I don't know if I have the patience for all that. That's just another thing. Also, I now have all of this plumbing. So you see I got all this plumbing and, compression tanks and whatnot. He just needs to hear about super glue. Yep. So, anywho's, that is the process so far. Right now, what was I was going to do something. I was doing this over here. I'm working on this wall right here. So I hope everyone's doing well today. Hope everyone is safe, happy, and well. Those are good things to be on a Saturday. Animate a lot of this stuff, yeah. I just have very little patience for technicality stuff like that. My preference is just keep it simple. Okay, there we go. Take those out. And voila. It is a voila. Muy bueno, muy bueno. So does Conquest of Huntera... We even made some new add-ons. Yes. I actually had... what was his name? Rad, I think. Rad? Does that sound familiar? He was he made a comment on one of my Tau Valoran videos talking about Huntera and wanting me to come over and join. But I'll say the same thing I said to him. You know, I only got so much time. This right here is almost 2 weeks of work. This, and this. Just that has been 2 weeks of work for me. So it's like I barely... And this is in creative mode. So it's like I barely have any time. I want to get so much more done, but it's just not possible. Okay, let's put you there. At some point I need to kidnap you for train ride though. Yes, I heard that you got trains going over on Huntera. I check in on your Discord every now and then to see what's going on. But I did see that you got trains implemented. That's pretty cool. I also saw that Bad Ronin is getting into trains as well. I feel like that looks kind of repetitive, having that there and that there. Perhaps it would be better to somehow mix it up. Maybe something like that. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, I like that. That looks quite a bit better. Yeah, so this right here is going to be the storage complex where they're going to store the large stones here. So when they take them up out of the quarry or the mines, wherever they're getting the large stones from, they would transport them this way, and then they would be stored along the wall and then kind of be backed up there. This is going to lead to a residential complex. That's going to be like a working class residential. Let's see. Yeah, it'll be kind of down here. It'll be like a large chamber with apartments and like marketplaces. I may even try to figure out a way of implementing underground farms somehow. Gotta figure that out. This right here is a personnel elevator. I want there to be some kind of purposeful structure here. Not a living space though. I'm still not quite sure. Someone suggested a records room, but I'm still not fully on board with that idea yet. This right here is kind of like the transitioning chamber. You guys have seen this. This will lead to refined stone storage. This is another one of those chutes for throwing rubble down. And let's see here. This is going to be where that crane parks. You're going to have that large crane there. I was thinking about having two, but I don't know. I feel like one is probably enough. This right here is going to be another rubble chute, so they'll throw like whatever excess rubble. It's like all these small stones, the stuff that they're not going to use, would get thrown down that chute and then would be recycled into concrete, which would, it's pretty much the entire place is built out of. Let's see. This right up here is where the administration is going to be. This is where all the drawlers would be to prep designs for jobs that they have. So there's going to be like large tables up here with a lot of papers and whatnot. It's going to be kind of a extension to what's up here. So like it kind of starts up here where they get ideas and whatnot. But then there's going to be a continuation of that down here for like larger scale jobs. So like this will be for large projects, and this up here is more for the intricacies of those projects. So like, so those guys down there came up with a large scale drawing of this is what we want to build. And then these guys up here would come up with, what pieces would be needed in order to connect everything and make it all work together. And then back down here, this is going to lead to the mines. There's going to be residential complexes all the way along the walls here. So pretty much all of this space right here will be filled up with like small chambers and whatnot. I'm thinking one house per 2 sections will probably be what we do. Maybe even one per section. Make it kind of like a townhouse style. We'll see. But anyways, that's kind of what I have in mind. So we're slowly making progress. And obviously I'm making it rather steampunk. That's the intent here. But right now what we're working on is this archway here. So next episode, which will be episode 3, I will be pushing it back an extra week because I would like to get the Stonemason pretty much complete. And this is just the workshop, right? I still got to do all the storage rooms and intricacies, all the stuff that makes it all connect. I got to get all that done. I can probably get this. Well, no, I don't even think I can get this workshop done today. I only got about 3 to 4 hours today to do anything. And probably one of which is I'm scheduled to do something with Druss. So I don't think I'll have time to finish this this weekend. So I'm going to push back the episode. I try to release every 2 weeks, but unfortunately this one is going to be a 3-weeker. It's just a lot of work still needs to be put into it. Hey, Mad Z, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Now, to be able to actually design that Secleton, that would be a different story. I agree, the pneumatic tubes are a good idea. It's just designing them in around everything would be difficult. I mean, like, where could I put it? I mean, okay, maybe what we could do is we could have one that leads up to the administration office, and then we could have one that leads up to, I don't know, that would require a lot of engineering, which, they're dwarves, makes sense. But still, I'm not quite sure if I am up for that challenge. I do agree with that, Secleton, for sure. Especially, we're going to be definitely seeing that as we get lower down. Pretty much everything that is up here is going to be finished. But as we get lower down, there's going to be rooms that are in the middle of being built. So we're going to be coming into, stuff like that later on, construction projects. But everything up here has been built for the last, I think, 1,000, 1,500 years. And so a lot of this would be complete, especially up towards the surface. Dwarves are smart. This is true. This is true. Okay. But yes, I also completely, I do want there to be underground farms of some type. Also, I like the idea of underground greenery. Somehow I want to kind of mix natural caverns with the built tunnels that the dwarves have. And then once you find those natural caverns, which I'm sure will be a little bit lower down, I also want there to be a lot of like natural growth, like, you know, mushrooms and weird looking plants, which would make for a really cool, detail. I also want to try to implement a little bit of greenery somehow in the hallways. So like in the industry, I don't think that there would be any like greenery in here. But let's go up here, for example. I'm thinking in these halls here where you're just kind of like walking, they're supposed to look relatively nice. So maybe what we could do is make like spaces where there would be like underground gardens and whatnot. I think that would be pretty neat. Just shared to Bedrock Conquest on Discord. Let me check here. Oh, new CR is out. I don't know where you shared there, Madzy. I don't see it. Is it on the Conquest Studios Discord? Oh, I see. You shared the stream. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. I thought you were sharing a project you were working on. Okay, so I am thinking what we'll do is something like this. I don't know, that might be too simple. It might not be, actually. We'll see. It doesn't look too bad. I think we could probably deal with that. And if we were to do that, yeah, I'm not on board with that. I like it to be a little bit more rounded. No. I was just saying, you know what? I was curious if you were sharing a build you were working on. But in any case, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Okay, so we now need to put these layers down. Kind of like little horizontal layering that I'm kind of following a system for. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And then, yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we'll go ahead and make the rest of the walls into this carved limestone. And from there, we'll decide if we want to add any more detail. Oh, I keep doing that. Whoopsie. Alright, set conquest, carved limestone. And then we'll do the same thing right there. Alright. And now we will go ahead and put in this. We'll do that. And feel like I need this. I guess we'll just do another one of these. And then we'll do that. Going up. Just 1 second, guys. Let me just kind of get this figured out here. There we are. And we'll fill that in with that. I almost feel like we should take that out, but then that would cause a problem. So maybe what we'll do is instead we'll just do that. And then on top, we can add just a little bit of a design and do that and that. Yeah, that looks pretty neat. Pretty neat. Does that look any good? No, I don't like that. All right, what's going on over in chat? Make space, good to see you. Stream before bed, that's what I like to hear. Yeah. So we're working on the workshop right now. A few weeks ago. I'm not gonna scroll up through there right now there, Mad Z, but I'll check there later on. Okay, so I don't really want to widen that at all. I want to try to keep that. I definitely don't want to build over the, that's kind of like the slide right there. I guess the next thing that we could do is start texturing the ground. You'll see that I have the ground mostly textured going this way. You'll see like right there and whatnot. I got some texturing right here. And now we got to kind of texture out this side. I'm thinking we'll add another workspace here and here. Kind of like what we have along the wall coming up along this way. So I just figured that might be, I don't know, maybe not over here. If we do put something there, maybe something a little different, because the crane, I feel like would get stuck trying to drive over the tracks here. Apple, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Taking a drink. Good stuff. All right. So yeah, make space. We got a splitter. This would split the stone in two. And then this is the cutter, which would give a more refined cut to the stone. Now, one thing that I've been trying to do is figure out a way of lubricating the blades. I just don't quite know how to do that yet. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually, but yeah, there's just I got to figure out a system for that. Okay, so let's texture. Let's texture. That's something we can do for right now. I want to kind of put in the light and dark stones where it kind of works. Put a little bit going on right here. Maybe a little bit right there. Take these out. We don't need those anymore. A rack for the rock slays. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. Still, how would you get them over here? And then how would you get them up? Because the crane is only supposed to go on the road here. I don't know. Maybe it could actually drive down this. I'm not sure. We'll see. Perhaps that does sound like a good idea. I mean, if anything, there's going to be a lot of room in here for the sleds. A smaller chain crane. So you're thinking maybe something like maybe another one of these? Another mobile crane, or something that's kind of like fixed into that position. I think I have no clip on. Yeah, I could have just flown down here. I always do things the hard way. All right, anyways, let's get back to texturing down in here. I can't wait to get kind of like the view finished. Like this over here is, you know, kind of a big project. I still got to do a lot over here. The administration offices. And then there's going to be like lots of little side chambers through here. Still a lot to do for that side. But yeah, that's going to look so cool once you're like, you know, just imagine, you know, walking through here and then you look down there and there's a long tunnel of apartments, and you know, we'll mix it up. It's not just going to be the same old thing all the way down the tunnel. We're going to mix it up for sure. I'm also thinking about maybe putting a door in here. Like just a massive gate, I think would be pretty cool. But maybe close from this side. So like it swings open that way. Or swings open this way. Because this would lead to other parts of the Tal'Valorn. But I'd rather mount to the wall itself. It's just like 2 sleigh wide. Take one on the rail. It plops on top of the stack. Oh, I see what you're saying. So there's just like a stack going up. And I think I might actually even be able to do that. Yeah, there's a possibility I could actually do that, and it would actually kind of, it would work, like with the original design. Like they'd be able to stack and not like have weird hitbox issues. So I think that might actually be a distinctly possible idea. All right, we're just gonna get a little bit of that in there. Maybe a little bit of less of the really dark stone. Very nice. And then we'll kind of get that in there. Very nice. Very, very nice. I got to get all those worked in. Goat petting zoo. Yeah, I do plan on there being like a goat stable in here. So this will be a kind of a elongated tunnel through here, which technically is kind of a bad spot for it because this is where the pillar is, the support structure is. I'm curious, is there any other spot that I could put even there would go straight into the pillar? Trying to think if there's any other way of doing this without affecting the support structure of this hall. I don't really see any other options. The other option would be I could put the stable down this road right here towards the working class. What do you guys think? There's just something about making a tunnel through here underneath this main support pillar that I just feel like it just doesn't really work. I just now thought of that. And it would need to be rather large considering how many goats would be needed for this operation. We would need all sorts of goats. Man, I'm really liking this so far. This is turning out pretty good. But did Kuvar, he said hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say hello while he was on. Okay. And we'll put that there. A little bit of that going on there. I like to mix in the larger gravel with the smaller gravel. I think it makes for a nice touch. Also, we need some more of this over here to break up. Yeah, we want to break that up a little bit. So we got some of the natural basalt mixed in with the basalt pillar. And I think that adds a really nice texture gradient. Not gradient, just like, it just breaks it up a little bit. Makes it look a little bit more interesting than just being, you know, the same texture throughout. That's what we like around here. Okay. The suspicious gravel is nice. I did see that. I saw the suspicious gravel. I'm just not sure if the pink mix as well. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. Has a little bit of, you know, it's a little bit more, I mean, it's a little unique, you know, has a few little extra things in there, but I'm not sure if that's really worth it. Okay, so let's go ahead and texture this up a little bit. We're going to be doing the tracks here next. Gotta make that kind of work. Gotta texture up through here as well. I thought I already did this. Obviously not, but still. Well, we'll do it now. I need some more gravel. We'll go ahead and just chuck some gravel in here. There we go. Maybe some large gravel. The rocks. We'll put that every now and then. Kind of like a rarity. Yeah, every now and then. Very sporadic. Okay. So what's the next thing we want to do? I guess we do need a little bit more of that. There we go. So this is all kind of squared away. Something about this over here is not really doing it for me. I think we need to... something like that. Break it up a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. I just felt like the whole thing was kind of dark. But doing that, it definitely helps. Okay, and we can kind of do that there and there. And maybe a little bit of gravel. Mix the gravel in there. Voila. Beautiful. All right, and we got to texture this wall. So that's kind of the next thing on my list. Is I want to build some support pillars and kind of do what I did here. Just make a larger version of that pretty much right there to make this work here. But after we finish the tracks, we still got to do all the tracks. So we're going to use that. We're going to use that. And that. Okay, let's begin. Okay. And then, of course, we got to do all this crazy stuff. We have to do the specific values. There's that. Okay, and put that there. Very nice. See, if I place a block next to it, it will revert to its original block state. Someone has been running around in Artocraft's Moria. Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but this looks nothing like Moria. Plus, my Dwarven city will be completely lit up. It's going to look like this. Wherever there's these large lanterns, it's going to completely light up the chamber. So that's a big difference from Moria. Moria is a very dark and dreary. But then again, it's kind of a tomb rather than a city at this point. So it makes sense that it's not lit up. And also, I'm going much more steampunk with this style. And of course, yeah, very artistic, very bronze. Lots of bronze and copper and whatnot. What was I doing? Oh yes, I was doing the tracks. Y'all keep distracting me. Oh, we said that at the same time. All right. Put you there and do that and kind of that going around. There we go. Something tells me that that is not quite what I want. Okay, like, oh, I see. Let's change that up. Let's do that instead. It looks kind of odd otherwise. Alrighty. And we'll darken that up a little bit there. And we'll do a little bit of that. Alright. And put that there. And then we want to do that. Alright. So, I'm not quite sure how this would work, but it's supposed to be able to swivel. I just don't quite know. I guess it kind of makes sense. There could be like slides on the sleds between the 4 different contact points with the track. And then, you know, basically the goats would just kind of walk straight and then turn again. And then just by them pulling it, the sled would follow the tracks and then naturally turn with the same orientation that they are now. Zapping my internet. Okay, so let us put that in. Wait, there we go. And we gotta put that back now. Alrighty. Looking pretty good. How about a little bit of gravel? Right there. Perfect. Hope you're doing well. Conquest has goats. This is actually a mod. It adds in the animals, or some animals. It's called placeable mobs. And then it gives you static mobs that you're able to place in. So you got like horses, pandas, other stuff. Now, the thing is there's a lot more mobs than this available in the Conquest textures. There's like rhinoceros, elephants, lots of like, you know, there's dinosaurs, grizzly bears, tigers, all kinds of stuff. But I guess whoever is making the mod just hasn't implemented those yet. But it would be really cool to have all those different animals available in the mod. Lots of possibilities with that. You can make a zoo. All right. We'll just kind of go to there and texture up this a little bit more. Yeah, we'll just go to there. Okay. It's good enough for me. Now, I guess, yeah, we'll go ahead and texture up this section. Just kind of get this figured out, and then we'll move on. I'm just trying to get it kind of out of the way so we can get a better view of the overall chamber. Because when it's just a solid gray like that, it looks rather basic. It doesn't look very good. But once you add in the texturing there, I think that really makes a difference. Yeah, Monsterfish had spent pretty much a whole update making a bunch of unique mobs. So basically, by putting and it's all available in the vanilla Conquest pack. All you have to do is take a name tag to whatever animal that you are trying to apply the texture to. So like a Ravager would become like an elephant or a dinosaur or a rhinoceros. Let's see, what would become the tiger? What animal becomes the tiger? I forget. Is it the dog? I don't think it's the cat. I don't know. One of the animals, if you put the name tag on it, will become like, you know, tigers and whatnot. So yeah, there's a lot of neat, unique things that you can do with Vanilla Conquest that are still not, surprisingly enough, available in the mod. Hey, Kurgan, good to see you. Welcome. Oh yeah, the bear. Thank you, Kurgan. You would know. Kurgan's the guy to talk about all this. He's a part of the texturing, the Conquest texturing team. All right, so I do want to try to... I want to try to make this kind of neat looking, the entrance here. What do I want to do for that? I guess what we could do is do something geometric, but we've been going for a very round style, a very convex, round style for this project so far. And if we just made like a facade for this opening that would be like more square looking, I don't think that would look very good. I'm gonna look through some inspiration real quick, see if I can find something interesting. I just want to do something a little bit more unique with this. But the question is, what? Okay, I have an idea. Okay, so we're going to start off by just using... We're just going to start off by using that. Well, better yet, let's do this instead. I think that'll be okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, so, well, I don't know. I feel like it needs to be a little bit more interesting than that. It needs to extrude a little bit more. I guess what we could do for the front pillar, we could do a space of 4. Yeah, let's try that. Something a little bit more, and then like once we get inside, it'll be a little bit different. Yeah, that'll be fine. All right, so let's grab from there to there. Stack 10. Perhaps that would end up being too much. Yeah, that's going to be too much. Never mind. All right, we're just going to do 3. We're just going to do this. This, if I did it with the 4 wide, it would end up being way too big. There we go. Okay. Was I supposed to help someone with something just now? No, so we were just talking about the animals, Kurgan. You're not supposed to help anybody with anything. I mean, unless if you were supposed to help someone with something and you forgot. I don't know. Okay. This is very nice, very nice. Okay, and then I was thinking we could just do an arch connecting both of those. How do I want to do this? Boitmew, thank you so much for that. Appreciate it. Welcome, Raiders. Good to see you all. I guess most of you probably aren't even tuned in yet, still waiting for the raid to process. But welcome, guys. Hope you all are having a great day. We are currently working on a Dwarven Stronghold called Tal Valoran, the great Dwarven city. I'll give you guys a quick idea as to what we're working on. Right now, we are working on the Stonemason. Demockles, good to see you. This is just a stonemason's workshop. All of this is just to fashion stone into fancy material for them to use throughout the city. Up here is more of like an administrative, you know, it's a little bit higher up. It's, you know, more experienced dwarves that are working on test pieces and prepping, examples for the lower dwarves to follow. This here is the master stonemason's workshop. So like the master of all the stonemason district would be up here. And then this is the stonemason's house right here. His kitchen, his dining room, and this would be his bedroom. And then this out here would be the city of Tal Valoran. Let me switch a shader on that you guys can enjoy. So this shader also allows for the Distant Horizons mod, which shows you everything. But yeah, this is Tal Valoran so far. Yes, I have watched The Kingdom of Heaven there, Sish-San. One of my favorite movies of all time. The extended version, not the normal version. And this here is the front gate right there. Yeah, I just haven't loaded it in yet. I haven't spent the time to load it all in. But I can basically fly as far away as I want to and still be able to see Tal Valoran. Yeah, I just gotta spend the time to load everything back in. But in any case, this is what we're working on right now. The Stonemason's workshop. Well, it's not broken. It's just the server view distance is very low, and it caps so that you don't overextend the server. The server can't handle much more than that. So that's why. At a certain distance, the distance horizon mod doesn't work quite well. What did I do over here? Okay, 2. Aha, there we go. 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 2 and 3. Okay. Yes. I like it. I love it. I'm not at the same scale project with my Dwarven colony. Need to post on your Discord. Yes, please do, Democles. I would love to see what you're working on. And thank you, Gujian. I appreciate that. Yeah, little by little, we're making some progress, trying to get this thing squared away. A lot of work left to do. A lot of work. This project is a long way from being anywhere close to being done. But, you know, that's what this is all about. It's about having fun and enjoying the process. It's not necessarily about rushing to the finish or planning for what the project is going to be used for when it is finished. Well, I even am wary of saying when it is finished. Boy. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Okay, so the next thing that I want to do, I want to poke these out. Well, actually what we're going to do, I'm going to change that up. We're going to do this instead. Yeah, I think that'll be better. We'll do this. Put that there. Put that back. Okay. So what my thought is we can do a large version of this. The bottom would then be the same thing like the main pillars of the hall. I start off doing this just like so, and then we can bring that out like that. And technically, I feel like I should even bring it out a little bit further, but you know what? Why not? Maybe we should. I didn't know dwarves had lava lamps. Yes, they have very nice lava lamps. So the reason for that is I really want the interior spaces of these large chambers to be lit up. And so I figured one of the best ways to do that is to create like these mini suns in each of the large chambers. And so that's why I designed this. I got the idea from, obviously you guys are probably well aware of Skyrim and that one hall that, the Dwarven hall that they find, or you find. And there says like that mini sun there. And I was like, hey, I want to add something like that here. And then lo and behold, slowly that idea became, I wouldn't say reality, but kind of came together. So I like how that turned out. You know, I think it looks quite nice. Fairly unique. Okay, and then we can change those over later. But for right now, we'll just go ahead and do that. And we'll do this. And then we can do kind of the same thing we did for the other pillars. Just like so. And then like this. Very nice, very nice. And then... yeah, I'm not going to fan out the base quite as much as I did. I think what we're going to do here, though, is we're going to bring this out like that. And then we're going to take those. I feel like that makes it look a little less round. Maybe what we could do is something like that instead. And that makes it look a little bit better, I think. Just to have to put down my create engines. Nice, nice. Hey, Stumpy Bro, good to see you. Welcome. All right. So we'll do that, that, put that there, and we'll put a full block right there. And we'll kind of do the same thing on that side too. We'll do the that design, and then I do want to try to make whatever goes over top to be a little bit more interesting than just your standard design there. And then something like that I think would look pretty decent. Go ahead and do that, and we'll go ahead and change these over to that. Very nice. Yeah, that'll look pretty cool. And then I do want there to be a large gate. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to build these pillars, and then we're going to have a large gate right here that can close and shut off this whole area. I just like the idea of there being partitions every now and then. So like, what if there is a dark secret in the depths of Tavalorin and it gets released? Well, I mean, I don't think a gate would really stop anything, but what if? What if? But in, you know, there is going to be a dark secret. In fact, I didn't even realize that there was going to be a dark secret there until... So, this mountain, the server that I'm on, it has a lore. It's created by Drus Rura, who is the owner of the server, and he developed this world, right? And so, when I was looking around for a place to build, he suggested that I build here. And I had no idea that there was actually a lore for this mountain. And turns out that building a Dwarven citadel here actually works perfect in the lore, even though it's unintended. Because, you know, technically, there's not supposed to be dwarves here. Well, I mean, it wasn't the original plan. But long story short, the fact that there's dwarves here really fits in, because deep down underneath the mountain, something lurks, something very sinister, and the dwarves might have just accidentally cracked into it and discovered something that perhaps might be a little, sinister. A stretching bench. No, not a Balrog, not a Balrog. Something dark. Okay, we'll put that there. And actually, what I'm going to do is we're just going to go all the way to the top here. We're going to go to, where is it? Right there. And we're going to move 1. There we go. Yeah, I see. I want to move all this up because, yeah, we were going to run into some issues otherwise. And I think what we're going to do is just move all of this up to, I'm going to go to about right there and move 1. Very good, very good. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and move that up. Yeah, I liked the idea of getting this in here. A little strip of that andesite makes for a nice... I guess what we could do is raise it up even further. We could do something like that. Raise it up a little bit more. Throw those in, put that there. Do that, and then voila. Beautiful. Okay. If it's about insecurities or warfare purposes. All right, Democles, thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you again. Yes, you too, Democles. Thank you for stopping by. So the lore of the server is that there was a great war, and that war was between 2 great sorcerers. It was, I think it's Grog? Gort? I forget. Gror is his name. So Gror and Mordred. And so Mordred, so Gror got together all these different races together for this war to depose Mordred from the seat of the Lantian Empire. And so there was a great war just east of here. You can't really see it on the map right now, but right about over here is where the Great War happened. And there's this huge blasted region. It's all ruined, and that's where the Great Lantian city was. And so long story short, he... Mordred defeated Gror, and Gror was able to summon his spirit, I don't know, his life force, and was able to become a leech, or what do you call it? What are those, the Nazgul, their wraiths. He was able to become a wraith, a very powerful source, you know, like, yeah. Anyways, he came over here to this mountain, which was a volcano at the time, froze the mountain, and began siphoning the energy from the mountain in order to regain his power. Mordred dies, and this was all 2,000 years ago. Dwarves come, and they discover this incredibly... In fact, it's only found in one place on the world, and the reason why is because when Gror's life force froze the mountain, the lava chambers, the reaction caused all the lava at the time to become this super rare and unique... Now that's a downgrade. Was able to... they found that the life force from Gror's whatever, the magic, made the lava into something truly unique. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I don't like how that's not centered. But that's how I have it all over the place, and I'm not gonna change that. It's okay. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this up here. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And then... But I still don't know what this rare mineral does. Like, what does it do? I have this idea that it's like, it at least glows. Like, whatever it is, it glows, you know? It's not just a super hard material, you know? I don't want just... It's just so stereotypical to have, like, something like mithril, you know? And I don't want that. I want something unique and interesting. But I still don't know what. What is it? On the side to balance the off-centered space. Play for the asymmetry. Make like a sidewalk on the side to balance the off-centered space. Yeah, this is going to be more like a road. This is where people, you know, the dwarves walk and whatnot. And of course, the slide there. If that's what you're talking about, yeah, right now I'm just focusing on the entrance. He sucked for the rest of his life. Yes, well, he is technically a leech because he's leeching the life force from, or not the life force, but he's leeching the force from the mountain. So in all honesty, he is kind of exactly what I just said. He is a leech of sorts. All in all, I'm just super excited. This has been a really fun project. I'm looking forward to developing the lore and developing the overall design of everything and making it into actually making it into something. Was it into using magic? Well, I'm not really into the whole magic thing, but I do like the idea of, well, something. See, I don't know. Would the stone have something to do with weaponry? Would it have something to do with, like, maybe they discovered it's something that they could put runes on. So, like, originally the dwarves of this mountain didn't know about runes or didn't use runes. But now that they've discovered what they have discovered, now they use runes. Maybe? I don't know. I almost feel like I should put pillars on the side of this because... I'm going to try something here. We're going to do something. We're going to do this and that and that. What would this look like? What if we took this and we did that and that and that? Maybe? What do you guys think about this? I just feel like it needs something like that. It's not quite where I want it yet, though. And also, is there a middle? No, it's off-centered. But I guess we could do something like that. Kind of break it up a little bit. We could do that. Break it up. That's not too bad. It needs like a middle ring of sorts to break the straight lines. Yeah. So maybe we could remove this section here. And then we could do... Let's see, would this work? I don't really like that. If you put them the other way around, it looks like the middle. So you're saying that? Oh, that actually looks pretty nice. Good suggestion, Kurg. Taffy steel that you can stretch and mold in hot temperatures. You can't forge it but need it, etc. The world edges you can only get on that stretch alone. But I still see, I just don't want whatever the ore is. I don't want it to just be your stereotypical mithril, you know, just like an ore that's like super hard and you can do stuff like that, you know. It just doesn't feel epic enough. So I'm still kind of looking for ideas for what it could be. Whoopsie. I need this. Okay, and then I would like to maybe do this. Something like that. There we go. So that way we still get that center kind of design. So we get the best of both worlds. Copper and by extension bronze for industrial purposes, maybe. Hey, Joha. Build's coming along, slowly but surely. Right now, we are working on the Stonemason's workshop. And I'm working on the entrance into another section of the Citadel. I'm curious. No, can't do that. Oh, what we could do there. I feel like this would actually look really good. If we take these runes, would this look good? What do we think about that? Something's telling me the lighter stone actually looks a little bit better. But I do like the runes as well. I think the runes look pretty nice. Yeah, I like that. I like the runes. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And then we got to make that connection. So what I'm going to do is, I can't really flip this. Man, I can't. It's so annoying. All right, so this is where it gets annoying. Copying and pasting this is going to cause all of the blocks to get messed up. But whatever, it is what it is. Copy. Flip. And I think that's... No, right there. Paste. Yeah, see, that's what happens. Everything gets switched around. But at least we can just easily throw it back in. It's just so annoying that this happens. Like, I think that it would be smart enough to be able to tell what blocks are supposed to be. Whatever. All right. Runes look too much of OSHA approved exit signs, and I'm all for it. Yeah. Well, you know, they're dwarven goats, Joha. I wish we had like a specific texture for the goat that would make them like twice the size. That would be so cool, but unfortunately that's what we have. Can't change that. I mean, I'm not saying that the texture's wrong or anything. I'm just saying it'd be so cool to have like a specifically dwarven textured goat that would be like twice the size, kind of like that pig that was on The Hobbit, you know, like that. It was just like a super like mutant looking pig. I'm thinking the same thing for the goats. See, there was a few things on The Hobbit that I actually did like, which was the ideas. But that's about all I liked on The Hobbit. The concepts of it. The way that the movie was executed, or even not just the movie, but the whole series, the whole trilogy was executed. Horribly done. But the concepts of it were pretty nice. Like, I did like, what was the, not Lothlorien, Mirkwood. Like the city of Mirkwood, I liked the design behind that. I liked the design of, you know, like Moria. There was a lot of things that I liked in terms of design, but overall, just failed. A failed trilogy. Failed cinema, just like a lot of cinema is these days. I have very little faith in the modern day cinema making industry. Heat resistant. After Rings of Power, I feel like I treated the Hobbit movies too harshly, but they at least... Yeah, the only thing I liked about The Hobbit was the design, and that's it. You know, everything else was trash. I'm sorry. I can't say much good things about The Hobbit. Because 90% of a movie is the story and the plot and how it's executed and how things are done, and yeah, it just wasn't there. Okie doke. Well, there's that, and we'll go ahead and put this across. All right, put this across here. So now we have to design the arch that connects the pillars here. Fun and visually nice action movie, but not as a piece of literature, if that makes sense. See, this is where I'm at. I will watch a movie or series again if I liked it. To this day, I have not watched anything from The Hobbit. I watched it one time, done. So, like, yeah, that's kind of how I rate cinema. If I watch it again, it's good cinema. If I don't, yeah, it's just not worth the time. It's not worth the spending whatever amount of time it is to watch the movie. Okay, so I do want to complete the pillar. I just want to get it to this, you know, the edge here. And then we'll go ahead and, yeah, tear all that out. Very good, very good. Very good. Hey, you guys should thank Susie. She was on here earlier. I wasn't actually planning on streaming today, but she's like, "Are you gonna stream today, Dukan?" And I'm like, I wasn't really planning on it. I guess I could. And so here I am. Dune-inspired builds. So the first Dune, I thought that was really good. I enjoyed the first Dune. The second Dune really took a turn for the worst. See, the thing is the second Dune, it started out so good. I really liked the lead up. But then they ruined it. They rushed the battle. They're just like, all right, so guys, we got half an hour left in this movie. We just got to rush it. Just like everything is just magically works. Everything is just perfect. You know, the entire Imperial army just gets smashed. Everything's super simple. No issues. Nothing goes wrong. Yeah, they just rushed it, and it just, I don't know. The beginning of it was okay, but yeah, I just felt like the second Dune just it didn't really work as well as the first. Yeah, I hope. See, I still have a little bit of faith in that industry or that particular genre, because you know they did do a really good job on the first movie for sure. So I have hope that the third one will make up for the failure on the second movie, but we'll see. I did hear, however, that they're coming out with a Dune series, so I'm curious about that. Has anyone else heard about the Dune series? I enjoy the One Piece live action so far. Yeah, I refuse to watch Rings of Power. I see that the second season is out now, and I will not be one of the statistics that watch the series. I refuse. I am protesting that failure of cinema the only way that I know how, by just not watching it. I don't think that there is a better way of showing your how disgusted you are about something. That's terrible. Yeah. I do plan on having the Forge is going to be like massively steampunk. We're gonna have like these enormous smelters, and I guess, you know, maybe like, you know, like in The Hobbit, they had those huge cauldrons that you could fill full of like molten metals and whatnot. Yeah, I gotta figure out that whole system, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy. I'm looking forward to that. First time hearing about the Dune series, yeah. Oh yeah, the Thopters, those are so cool. You watched the first. Yeah, I watched the first too. I gave it a chance. And yeah, that's all I can say about that. I gave it a chance. Okay, I want to figure out, what do I want to do up here? I feel like some kind of design up here at the top would be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and do this first. Let's see what we can do. I almost feel like it should be something like this. And that. Yeah, I almost feel like it should be something like this coming up. And then that. And then that. And then that over top. Yeah, I think that would look a little bit better. And even kind of, well, I don't know. That's fine as it is. Yeah, I think this would be better than what I originally had for the curvature of the door here. Something more. Yeah. I like that. I posted a message about a few minutes ago that you might have missed. See, I like the idea of storing magic or even conductive. Like maybe it stores, maybe the metal has some kind of component in it that, like, it's infused with something that would be like dragon eggs, you know, like something so sought after. Like it's, I don't know, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. Just something super unique. Like how else do I explain that? But yeah, Kurgan, you're on the right track. That's kind of what I want to do. I guess we should just stack it to. There we go. Who's in real? The storyline was great. Good cast too. Rings of Power CGI. Perfect in every way. Yeah, everything else is trash. Yep. Be cool, like by itself it doesn't do anything, but the second you mix it with magic crystals, it channels to crazy energy. And see, that would kind of make sense considering the, you know, considering the origination. You know, it is, in fact, a very magical material because it was created by a sorcerer when they were, you know, coming into the mountain. And yeah, that's kind of along the lines of what I want to do with it. So I mean, we're definitely on the right trail. We're definitely on the right path. That's what I want to do with it. But I still feel like there needs to be more to it. Okay, and then for this part, I think what we'll do is just, we'll follow, two, 1 1 2 1 1 2. Wait, something's not right here. What did I do wrong? 2. Oh, I see. There we go. Okay. And then we got to kind of match it on the outside. 3 2 1 1 1 2 5. And then it would be, is that correct? Yeah. 2 1 1 2. Okay, 3 2. 1's on the outside. I don't know, something doesn't seem right with that. And I do like the idea of Gror having something with him, something sinister. My plan is, okay, let's just talk about this. So I'm not sure if you guys know how a volcano works, but the volcano has obviously where the lava comes out. It's gonna be like a big pit, right? And there's gonna be this neck, and this neck will go all the way down. And it's gonna be like a natural cave type thing. Obviously, it's dormant. It's nothing's happening right now, and it goes down to like the lowest point. I'm gonna make it as low as I can. So there's bedrock right there, and we're gonna make this huge chamber down here. That's gonna be this just a massive chamber that's made out of obsidian in the walls. It's gonna be just this black chamber. At the bottom of the chamber will be lava, and Gror will be this like energy force, and I'm gonna try to design it so like there's all of this like lava and fire and like steam, or I don't know, magical looking stuff that's kind of like channeling up from the lava to where he is floating above the lava. And then like it would be cool to have like something there with him, like, you know, like a dragon or some kind of like just a weird creatures, or I don't know, something that would indicate that he has something there with him, so that when he awakes there will be a, you know, he'll have something there to help him. You put magic inside and discharge it later. So like, you know, like, so it's like a weapon, which works well with dwarves. Yeah. So like, it's like rune magic, digging through the earth and leaving behind scales or something like that. Yeah. But the idea is that, so you're going to have the lava chamber. Also, the way that a volcano works is it has all of these like little tendrils, kind of like the root system of a tree, but upside down. And all those roots would kind of like poke up all the way, all around. And the idea is that the mines of Tal Valoran are following those tendrils. That's where this ore, Valorium, it was a idea from one of episode 2, one of the comments. I thought that was a really good idea. Valorium is such a good, perfect idea. All right, so we still need to figure this out. I like the idea of doing something right there. Living people, which they found out to be into a vessel that doesn't decay like Bajak order. I'm not big on that idea. I mean, you know, it could be possible that they have, like, that's one of the uses. Like, I like the idea of it having magical, something magical about it. That does make sense to me. But I still want to work on the what exactly it does. I feel like we can still come up with better ideas. And like I said before, I know that when the perfect idea hits, like, we're gonna know, and it's just gonna be like, yep, that's it. That's exactly what it is. All right. And then I just feel like that needs to be a different texture. A fully automatic coffee machine. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Kurgan. It does feel a little bit evil. I'm not big on the soul trapping idea, because there's so much that goes into that. Like that almost feels like a evil sorcerer kind of thing. Which, you know, could be. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't be one of the things you could do with it, but I just figured that we would come up with better ideas than that. Because that does seem like a pretty stereotypical use for it, for something like that. Because, you know, that's, for example, Elder Scrolls, you know, soul crystals. You know, I'd love to see such a coffee machine. It's strong and it's near living beings as it slowly saps away their life essence. It's strong when it's near living beings. Oh, what if the idea is you wear the stone around your neck and it freezes your aging process? That's perfect, because that's the whole reason why Gror is here, to elongate his life. And so perhaps the crystal is like, you know, like you got to mine through a whole bunch of this stuff in order to find one little piece of it. And that one little piece gives you immortality. What could be more valuable than that? Well, you know, these dwarves are different. You know, perhaps these dwarves only live like a normal lifespan. But with the crystal, perhaps, you know, these dwarves live only like, I don't know, 100 years or 120 years, right? Which is still a long time, but, oh, that's a great idea. Okay, I think we figured it out, guys. I mean, it's a pretty stereotypical. I mean, let's be honest, it's pretty stereotypical, but still, it does make a lot of sense. I mean, you guys got to agree, that does make sense. Like, why they went through all this effort to build this massive citadel over something that is, like, super unique. Yeah. Why not? I've never seen a solid fountain of youth. Magic age reversing coffee. Yeah, okay. You take the crystal, you make it into powder, and then you drink it. But it's getting, I'm not completely sold yet on this idea. I feel like we could still do more with it to refine it into something even better. But whatever it is, it just has to be something so valuable to explain why the dwarves all came together to build this mighty citadel. Like, that's kind of where I'm going for. That's what we need here. We need something, a reason why they built this huge citadel here. Why did all of the clans unite and come and build one citadel? But man, this is getting to be the best idea yet that I've heard about what to do. Permanently on tap. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is probably I need to do something with this. We need to make this bigger. 2, and then 5. Thicker. I would like to put some kind of design up here. Perhaps what we could do is something with bronze. Oh yeah, we're definitely, I think I have decided we're gonna do like bombard cannons for up here. So, somebody posted on my Discord a while back where there was these World War II artillery cannons that were basically like these domes. And the dome, they basically look like telescopes, like what you would imagine a telescope to look like a dome with a big cylindrical cannon coming out it that would be able to rotate and go up and down. And so the idea is that they would have these like artillery cannons with big bronze domes, kind of like this, but with like a cannon coming out of it. And then we would design underneath it this whole like apparatus of like this huge cannon that is connected to the steam network of Tal Valorn. And the steam would be able to build up, like there'd be these huge canisters that would build up enough pressure, and then they'd put some kind of projectile in it that would have like explosive properties. My plan is that all along the walls of Tal Valorn will be like these cannon ports, but instead of shooting projectiles, they'll be like flamethrowers, which would make a lot of sense because, you know, you don't want to shoot cannonballs and blow up your own fortifications, but being able to shoot like just streams of flame, yeah, why not? So yeah, we're slowly developing like the perfect defense for this citadel. You know, obviously we're going very steampunk with this. I mean, check this out. I mean, we got a steam crane. So that's kind of what we're doing. That's kind of what where we're going with this. And yeah, I'm liking it so far. Cheap and burns just as bad. Yeah, I do like the idea of it being like I don't know, maybe there's something else in the mountain that is like maybe they found a gas that they've learned how to mix and it kind of becomes napalm. I don't know. That's something more down the road. I'm not really gonna put that on the priority list right now. Right now, I just want to try to get this arch done. But I want to do something with it. You know, I don't want to just be this boring. What do I want? Oh, just thought of something. Yes, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we are going to do. All right, 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. So I have this idea where we're gonna kind of do something like this, but instead of it being andesite, we're gonna put design in it. Make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, that does not look good. Why does that not look good? That needs to come down to there. Yeah, it's fine as it is. We'll just leave that as it is. Put that there. Okay. And we're gonna do the same thing on the outside. And then in the middle, we're gonna do like bronze and maybe some gold. Who knows? We'll see. We'll come up with some interesting ideas. And then we can do something like this, possibly. And then along the outside, we can do kind of the same thing. Let's see if this works out. I feel like that needs to go there. And then take these. Pop, pop. Okay. Just give me a minute to develop the idea. I think we should probably do this at the top. Yes. Okay. I almost feel like I should do that as well. I feel like that looks a little bit better. Three, four. And like that. Okay. Muy bueno, muy bueno. Okay, and this is where we get a little bit tricky because we're gonna have to do this all the way up to there. And I'm not sure if that's going to look good. Yeah, it's okay. I think we could do this though. I think we kind of need to do that. I don't know, it doesn't look very good. I think what we need to do is lengthen the 2x. So like bring that out there. Bring that up there. And then you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, and then we only have one stair block here. Will that work? Let's find out. There we go. So it'll be 2, which is it's not too bad. And we lead that straight up to there. Yes, that looks a whole lot better. Can the arch gets pointed by each layer? Pointier with each layer. Not sure what you mean by that. Put that there. You go like that, and you go there. Move you guys. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that straight down to there. You guys like so. And like so. Okay, let's see. It's 2:08. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours. So Druss just got on, and he's who I've been waiting for. He and I are going to do a recording for episode 3 we're going to showcase Riverton, which is the capital city of the server that I'm building on. And so I think what I'm going to do is end the stream so that we can get that recording done, because there's only so much time that Druss has in a day, only so much time that I have in a day. And I think it would be good for us to go ahead and get the recording done. But I do want to try to get a little bit more work here. Okay, so let's see here. I kind of like the idea of kind of filling this in here with... It's probably not going to be this texture, but we're going to play with it a little bit and see what it ends up looking like. I just like the idea of having something that is high contrast up here. All right. Very good, very good. I would say that was a pretty good gamble. I didn't know when Druss was going to be to get on. He said he was going to a game for his son. And I didn't realize how long it was going to be. So I figured, hey, I'll get a stream in. So, hey, that worked out pretty good. All right. So what can we put up here? I guess one thing we could do is, you know, our pretty stereotypical designing. We could do something like that. Like so. And then we could do something like this to kind of even it out a little bit. I'm curious if we were to do something like this, would this work out? Let's see. What about if we made cross sections kind of like that? That's not too bad. I've seen better. Oh, I see. There we go. Hey, I was just thinking about you, Realms. How are you doing? Good to see you, man. If you just butt in the vertical corners of those next to each other with some accent colors in the middle. Okay, so I wonder if the face would look less flat if you just butt in the vertical corners of these next to each other with accent colors in the middle. Yeah, I'm doing good, Realms. I'm doing good, Realms. I feel bad for you guys, man. What's going on over there is just, it's horrible. It's horrible. I'm sorry that your country is seeing so much strife these days. But I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're, I mean, obviously you're affected, but I just hope it's not too terrible. Okay, so you were saying, I'm trying to visualize what you are just butt in the vertical corners of these next to each other with some accent colors in the middle. Okay, I'm still not quite sure what you're trying to suggest there, Secleton. But it doesn't really feel like there's a war going on currently. Yeah. Man, it just sucks. It sucks. You guys got to go through that. Okay, so let's do something like that maybe. No, don't want to do that. 2x2 pillars made with the half of that. So are you suggesting doing something like this to kind of break up the flatness? Is that what you're suggesting? Well, let's skip this song. There we go. This song's a little bit better. I feel like I'm not quite understanding what you're trying to suggest here. The white pillars behind. Okay. That. I do like this. This kind of breaks it up a little bit, makes it more, you know, it adds like these little sections, which I think works pretty good. And one more right there. And one more right. Wait, what? Oh, I see. Okay. I guess what we could do is this. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I like that. I like that strong vertical design. Give the face more depth. The corner blocks. Are you talking about, I'm assuming you're talking about this? Is this what you're suggesting? I'm still not sold on using those white blocks. Maybe what we could do is this instead. Feel like this would have a better design to it and would all kind of connect, and I think would look a lot better. And then we will implement some of the bronze into up here as well. But yeah, going back to what you said there, Realms, I am glad that you get at least some peace. Or you get the resemblance of peace. Proprio, good to see you. Welcome. Exactly this. So this is what you were suggesting. You were suggesting doing something like that. Okay. Well, we're gonna figure out a way of making that work. I'm still trying to work in this design here. That there. That there, that there, and there. And then we would take these, like so. Oh, wait, can't do that there. I guess it would make more sense for this to be there and there, so that way it follows the pillars. We still gotta put more work into this. Something else needs to be done. All right, so let's play with adding a little bit of depth, like so. I don't like it going so deep. It wouldn't make sense for one there. There we go. And perhaps we could put one right there. Yeah, there we go. And it kind of follows a, you know, like it kind of follows the arch. Okay, and is there any other design that we could put up here that would make it look a little bit more interesting? I almost feel like that looks kind of neat. And then we still got to figure out what we're going to do for the back wall there. You know, we got this huge entrance there, but it still feels incomplete. And we're going to have, right behind this is going to be this big old gate that closes inwards. So we're going to make this into a chamber big enough for a gate. And yeah, we're going to have one door closed. We'll have this door closed, and we'll have the one where they slide the rock through open. Big mural. Perhaps making the vertical corners and the vertical slabs. So you're suggesting doing this. I don't know. It feels too deep at that point. I do think I prefer that. We still need more. I need something else. Let's just let's look through our menu and see if we can find one thing. Ooh, one thing that could work up here is railings. We could use the metal railings possibly. Let's see if this would work. Yeah, we can't put it in here because of... It's annoying. Yeah, it's just annoying that you got so many hit boxes. See, I really like that you can do this here. I think that looks really cool. But unfortunately, we can't do that over here because of those hit boxes. Now, we could remove that and then kind of continue this down like so. I don't know if I like that. It's too... It doesn't really connect all that well. See, I like this. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. It was worth a try. See, I like that a lot. It kind of connects, kind of works. The only problem is we can't really do anything here except for, like, you know, maybe this, which that does not look good. I feel like if we do this, though, we need to center whatever's behind it to make that work. So, like, what we could do instead of this is, let's see here. Let's use, I think this might have what I need. Yes. Okay, so it would need to be something like this. And then something here as well. And then what would go behind there? I don't really like the idea of using that bronze. What we could do, however, is use the other type of bronze, this one. And unfortunately, we got to use the weird one because that's the only one that works. All right. We can put these back like so, and then do... Why won't you just place correctly? There we go. Not a big fan of that. It's too deep. That's the problem here. It's too deep. Now, here's a plan B. We could do something like that, and then do something like that, which again does not work. See, I do like, for some reason, I do really like this. It's just what's behind it that I don't like all that much. And what we could do is even make it bigger. We could do this instead. And do that. And then behind it, what would we do? We could even put it up a little bit higher. Well, no, that's fine as it is. What could go behind? We could actually put the gold up here. I don't like the fact that that doesn't connect. That doesn't look too bad. It's not very Dwarven looking, though. That is a downside of that design. Yeah, that doesn't look very Dwarven. That way it looks less deep, like the light color bricks you had before. That's a good idea. We could utilize our pillar block, or even the runes. Could do that. I think the runes actually might work. Yeah. Yeah, I do agree with that. That actually does look quite nice. And then I'm curious if we can still use the railings. Will the railings work? Honestly, I feel like maybe no-go for the railings. But instead, we could maybe do this. Just to kind of box in those spaces. Try rugs. Interesting. You come up with some pretty unique ideas. Let's see here. We got the white carpet. What else do we have? We don't really want to use any of the blue. We do got this black one. That might actually be an interesting look for back here. Ooh. I'm gonna definitely be using that later on. Not good for here, but that's definitely that's a really neat rug. Looks like eyes now. With the pupils and everything. I don't like that. I do kind of prefer... The space is not quite big enough for a rug. I do prefer the runes. Many good rug blocks go, like the light pillar creative. The light pillar blocks you had before. Yep. Okay. Well, honestly, I'm pretty happy with this. And then I'm going to do one more layer. We're going to take this across. We're going to connect that in somehow. And then I am going to take, I guess we'll take this and that. And I am going to do this. Okay. I don't think... Oh, we'll see. I think that's getting a little bit too... 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like there's the center there. I mean, it's not going to be perfect. So what if we did this instead? What if we did that? Might be okay. I'm making this very artistically. You know, it's just like no idea. I'm just kind of throwing in designs and hoping it works. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, and then 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it comes up. Something doesn't look right about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that's gonna have to be like so. Okay. And then something like that. Hey, Meso, good to see you. Welcome. We're working on a fantastical entrance thingy to the Stonemason. Who would have thought that just a little door to a Stonemason workshop would be so fancy? You're so fancy, man. So what I'm thinking is filling this with the yeah, so what I'm thinking about is filling this in with the andesite. But that being said, guys, I do need to go. I need to get this recording in with Druss while he is on and while I'm on together. But it rarely happens when we're all together. And so I need to get over and get our recording done. So in any case, thank you all for watching. Appreciate you all. It's been a good stream. We got a lot done. Well, I wouldn't say we got a lot done. We got a little bit done. So, I mean, it's pretty decent progress. Today's progress was this gate here, this entrance there, and then we textured the floor in. So it's something. Got something done. So yeah, you all have a great day. Have a great night. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Don't know when that will be. Probably next weekend. So, yeah, I'll see you next time. Till then, bye-bye.